Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon, so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Although the judge presiding over R. Kelly's latest federal trial excused nearly half of the potential jurors questioned in the case, including those who said they would find it difficult to be fair to the R&B king given what they know about the case against him, he also ruled Monday that he will not ban people who have watched the infamous 2019 Lifetime documentary series Surviving R. Kelly from serving as jurors, a damning sign of double standards. District Judge Harry Leinenweber for the Northern District of Illinois supported his unfair ruling, saying, "The series aired years ago and that it wouldn't make sense to prohibit someone from serving if they'd seen only part of the series. This doesn't sound that logical to me. If you asked me, the entire length of the documentary was filled with unfounded and baseless allegations that were merely meant to tarnish the R&B king's image and reputation." Judge Harry had pledged in past statements that this would be a fair and impartial trial that would be based on facts and not on mere allegations, but his latest act is a clear sign he was never vested in what he pledged. Here is a judge that has okayed a jury whose minds have already been corrupted with the premeditated, tainting accusations that characterize the "I Believe I Can Fly" hitmaker as a monster he never was, by a bunch of groupies after their own selfish personal gain, having been lured in by the crafty Lifetime. This is already a sign of prejudice in a trial that was presented to us as one that will be just, fair and impartial. Just explain to me how one can expect an already corrupted mind, that has been fed on lies and unfounded allegations, to serve as an impartial jury in such a sensitive case. It would be impossible for anyone who saw any part of the series to separate what they saw on TV and in the courtroom, attorney Jennifer Bonjean stressed. Although we had seen some signs of prejudice in Judge Harry Leinenweber, when he barred attorneys from divulging new evidence in R. Kelly's Chicago case under the guise that he doesn't want the celebrity case tried in the media, we knew little of how far he was willing to take this. This too wide-reaching restriction would resultantly keep R. Kelly's legal team from responding to comments by Kelly accusers about the evidence, certainly not in R. Kelly's favor, and R. Kelly's lead attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, was too quick to see through this, resultantly objecting to the unfair ruling. As jury selection progressed on Monday, at least 8 people among the more than 60 that were questioned said they had seen at least part of the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries that turned out to be a herald of bad news for Team R. Kelly. Although some said they barely knew anything about R. Kelly, most said they had some awareness of the serious legal trouble that followed for Kelly, including many who noted they were aware the singer was convicted on racketeering charges last year in federal court in New York. Judge Harry wound up excusing just one of the 8 potential jurors who said they had seen the docuseries. How unfair. This means we already had 7 jurors listed by Monday that had actually watched the docuseries. Although no jurors were seated in courtroom on Monday, Kelly's defense attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, said after court that the jury pool had already been tainted by mentions of Kelly's previous conviction in court. Juries aren't supposed to know about prior convictions or prior bad acts of the accused unless someone takes the stand, Bonjean said, adding, "How can we be assured that they will not take that into account? It's completely impractical." She lamented, and rightfully so. Kelly, who was dressed in a gray suit, brown shirt, white face mask and glasses, sat to the left of Bonjean as he watched the process play out in the 25th floor ceremonial courtroom of the Dirksen Federal Courthouse, whispering to each other often throughout the hearing. At times he seemed to be stooped over and also seemed to have some trouble walking as he made his way from a lockup to the courtroom. Kelly's new trial did not seem to draw any of the crowds or fanfare of his last trial in Chicago, back in 2008, as had been anticipated by many. Neither fans nor protesters were seen on the sidewalks outside the federal courthouse Monday morning, perhaps because Kelly, who has been held in custody at the downtown Metropolitan Correctional Center, won't be seen coming and going from court as was the case in 2008. The Chicago trial involves 5 alleged victims, 4 videos, 13 criminal counts and 24 years of alleged conduct starting in 1996. Bonjean has said the age of Kelly's alleged victims at certain points in time are of central importance in this case. Also on trial are two former Kelly employees, Daryl McDavid and Milton June Brown. McDavid is charged along with Kelly in an obstruction of justice conspiracy revolving around the 2008 trial, which ended in Kelly's acquittal. Brown is equally charged along with both men on conspiracy charges. Only Kelly and Brown were in attendance in court on Monday. In addition to being asked if they had ever watched the docuseries and how much of it they had seen, jurors on Monday were also asked if they were familiar with the Me Too movement and if they had been, or knew someone who had been a victim of similar abuse. A guise of impartiality of some sorts. The federal trial in Chicago comes nearly 2 months after Kelly was convicted and handed a 30-year prison sentence in New York on charges of federal racketeering and violation of the Mann Act. Against all odds, our Kelly diehards from his fan camp remain optimistic that he will walk out with no charge in this trial. Tiffany says, "This case is of course related to the New York case. There is prejudice all around our Kelly's cases as the feds are working together to ensure that the R&B king is technically taken away for life. But the feds won't succeed at this. They are gonna try every trick in the book but they are not getting any breakthrough. The charges prosecution chose to go with are so weak, they should have stuck on the original charges if they were to get any chance at winning this. R. Kelly is gonna walk out free and after his New York appeal, head home a free man ready to take on life by the horns and make the most out of it yet again." Jeremy says, "The government had been after R. Kelly for all the wrong reasons and nothing will stop them from trying to incriminate him, not even the law. It is clear that Judge Harry is not in the mood to see justice prevail in this case and that is why he is also hesitant to give in to Bonjean's requests over and over. The truth, however, shall always come out and set the innocent free. The jury, being outnumbered by impartial individuals that were never influenced by the surviving R. Kelly docuseries, will surely see through all the lies and allegations and will side with R. Kelly in this largely circumstantial case. Free R. Kelly." This is all we had for you today. Please share with us whether you think watching the surviving R. Kelly docuseries, whether in part, would actually influence a jury's perception of the facts in the case. We value your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.